What's up, everybody? Welcome to Progress Mindset Podcast, a lifestyle podcast where we talk about everything from politics, lifestyle, health, wealth, and wellness. I'm your host, Afia. I'm with my co host, Franz, and we are kicking off Mental Health Awareness Month. So, we have a very special episode on health today.
Whoa.
Hey, let's get into it. Franz, what's up? What's on your
what's
mind?
what's
What's
going
going on?
on? What's up, Fee? How you been?
You know me. I've been chilling.
You sound bright and alive today.
Oh wow, that sounds shady.
Nah, you sound very upbeat.
I
Sound
had a,
like you.
I was off yesterday, so I had a good rest, and the rest is still carrying over.
Oh, that's great.
Talk to me tomorrow. We'll see.
Nah, I'm sure you'll be good. So what's going on? What's on your mind? What you been up to?
Nothing. I just been reading a lot about the vaccines and stuff like that. Here in New York, Governor Cuomo, I think he just stated that we can go maskless outside, and I think indoors you have to wear masks still. I'm not completely sure.
Mm-hmm.
But he's only saying it's for vaccinated individuals. Um, so my question is like, how do you know? Like, do you wear like a name tag that says I've been vaccinated? Like, I was just trying to figure out like how is that gonna work? Because anybody at this point could just say, well, I take the vaccine.
Right.
So it's like, how do you determine that? I don't know. What do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's kind of weird to just say that you can just go everyone can go mask off if they're vaccinated. Like you said, you wouldn't really know who is vaccinated unless he's saying that people can go without the mask when they go inside certain facilities, whether it's to eat and stuff. And but they're already doing that. I know in Jersey they're doing that when you go to a restaurant and stuff. um there's a lot of eating places that's open. It's been like that up here, but the whole thing with the mask off, I don't know how that's gonna work because I guess they just want to move on, try to get everybody to
Yeah,
some
they
type
want
of
to open up
normalcy.
fully by July, like completely fully.
I mean, I guess that's the reason why they're increasing the amount of vaccine. They're making sure that you know kids as young as 16 can make the decision, I think, to take the vaccine themselves. So they're trying to get as many people vaccinated as they can so they can open up most of the states and stuff. But I don't know. I guess people are just some people are just tired of wearing the mask and stuff, which I don't agree with. I just felt like we shouldn't really go fully mask off until like we get more answers. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
Like the end of the year at least.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like if you're outside walking by yourself, you're not in a crowd. Like it's just you and your loved ones or whatever. Or you at the park, you jogging or something. You can take your mask off. Like if it's safe to do so. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I understand that. Like maybe they should start like that, not just be like, oh, okay, everybody should just take their mask off. Since most of us are vaccinated, because the thing is, even those that are vaccinated, even if you get vaccinated, I think you can still get the virus,
Mm-hmm.
and those who are not vaccinated, you most likely can pass it on to them. The only thing is that they said that people that are vaccinated, um, if they do catch COVID, it just won't be as bad. It
Mm-hmm.
like there's a less chance of you being hospitalized, something. That's what I heard. But yeah, we
But
need to just.
even now with that, it's like when you do catch COVID now, it's like you are required to vaccinate for only 10 days. I mean, quarantine, and then after that, you don't even have to take a test to say that you don't have COVID anymore.
Or to decrease the days.
Yeah,
Wasn't it 15
it
before?
was it was 14, but you
Hmm.
don't even take a test after the 10 days. It's just like you could just go back to society, which I think is kind of crazy, you know. But
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah.
Well, I hope we figure it out. Just have a hope they have like a game plan. Don't just saying stuff loosely. Just have a real plan.
Mhm.
Um, that's what I would say. Don't just start telling people stuff because once words start flying, people hear no mask. Watch
Mhm.
they can't wait. They can't wait to take their mask off. Some people wouldn't even wear the mask even though they know this virus is dangerous. It was basically throwing words, fighting with folks. Try to trying to say that wearing the mask was wrong in the first place,
Mhm.
which I never thought it was. Well, I'm enjoying my mask because it's definitely helping me with my allergies. So when
Mhm.
I'm outside, so now I have a reason to wear a mask. So I have no problem wearing the mask until I don't have to wear it no more,
Mhm.
which will be a good time. In this, you know, I'm looking forward to that because that's not a good way of living. Especially us in this country. We're not used to that. But
Mhm.
but I'm proud of a lot of us of how we handle this whole situation and how we quickly adjust. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because I was when they first started talking about this thing, like we have to wear a mask every day. I used to ask myself, how in the world is that gonna happen? Is that even possible?
Mhm.
Like for us to wear a mask for that long? But hey, anything is possible, and I can honestly say that the majority of us did a great job, dealing with the situation, dealing with COVID. That we didn't ask, we wasn't asking questions of why or why. We are just saying, what should we do next, to help out each other, to help out our brothers and sisters, get through this, and which is what they've been doing. Even the community leaders around my way where I live, it was very very helpful throughout the beginning of this process. Like they used to have town hall calls every week, checking up on people and making sure you're all right. If you had any concern or any complaint, you can reach out to the mayor yourself. Like they was working very, very tight with the community. I was very, very proud of that, until
Mhm.
now I do because I was like, oh wow, some politicians that's actually, doing their job and showing that they care and actually, putting their boots on the ground and getting the work done. So
Mhm.
I can honestly say that, that was a good thing to witness. Throughout this whole thing we see, a lot of ups and downs, but to most of it, we you know we dealing with it and we doing good. We coming out. we we still here, we still kicking, still doing what we have to do. So I can honestly say things is looking up, is
Mhm.
looking up. So
Yeah, fun times.
yes.
All right. Well, with that being said, let's kick off today's episode. All right.
Yes.
So today's episode, we are going to dive into health. Different reasons for that being is that one, Mental Health Awareness Month. That's very important. But things like exercise, eating good, how it affects your body, as a whole. Um, that's important. And sometimes I know if we feel good, we think we're good, but in order to keep feeling good, you have to take care of yourself, and that's from the inside out. So,
Hmm.
as far as us, me and Franz personally, we've changed up our eating habits quite a bit in the last couple of years. I know for me, I went 3 years successfully not eating meat. Half of the other year,
Boop, boop, boop.
no, it was a struggle. But as of this year, it's been 3 years successfully not eating meat. That's no chicken, that's no beef, that's no turkey, that's nothing except salmon and seafood. So I'm pescatarian.
Wow.
Thank you.
Man,
Thank you.
round of applause.
So the reason for that is first it just started off like I wanted to. So it was just like, I'm gonna do this for 30 days, and then I'm gonna lose weight and I'm gonna be so skinny. Fail. I actually gained um more weight when I stopped eating meat because I wasn't balancing my I was eating a lot of bread and
Mhm.
carbs to satisfy like that that need, because when you stop eating meat, you need to fill the proteins, so you're always hungry. So I was filling it with
Right.
carbs instead of like healthy proteins like nuts, things like that. And so after the 30 days it kind of felt like wow, like I felt a difference in my body. So I felt a difference in my energy level. um I was anemic, so I was always so super tired. Even like now, like I'm always tired, but it's a difference between like me being tired now and exhausted. I used to feel like super exhausted after work. There was no like anything. I just had to come home, take a nap. That was it.
Hmm.
But since I've really been like sticking to it, I would say, like, there are days where I do feel tired. Maybe I didn't get sleep the night before, but I rarely come home and take any naps. And I went to the doctor last year. And so I was just, checking up on myself and things like that. And I was just curious, like, the couple of years before, I was labeled severely anemic. And then I told her to check, and she said that I wasn't anemic. And I was like, "Are you sure?" Because I was told by another doctor and two other more that I was severely anemic. And she's like, "No, I don't see anything at all." As a matter of fact, when I go to the doctor, they're really like impressed by my vitals, my good fats, my bad fats, things like that. Like it's just good, like even.
Right.
So there are a lot of benefits to just watching what you eat. Not saying that I want to persuade anyone to stop eat meat. It was a personal choice for me. um on top of me pretending I wanted to lose weight, I really started to look into like um benefits of not eating meat and things like that, and I stumbled across a documentary called Food Inc. And then just seeing like how meat is produced and things like that, it just really was ugh, and like I noticed, like before I stopped eating meat, like chicken I used to eat it and feel nauseous.
Hmm.
And then so that also prompted me like maybe I should stop eating chicken. And when you eat beef too, you just feel like full. It takes you a couple of days to digest that meat, and it was just a lot. So yeah, like now I eat my food. I try not to overeat so I don't get the itis,
Right.
and things like that. So that I eat till I'm satisfied and not eat till I'm full.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also very like important. So yeah, that's just my journey of trying to take care of myself. The benefits that it had for me, again, like I'm not trying to persuade anyone and things like that, but just like how I've been more cognizant. It started with stop eating meat, and now I take vitamins and I try to have more vitamin enriched foods, more probiotics and things like that, because the older you get, you gotta cut the junk food off.
Right.
And that's hard because your body, it really takes a toll to process processed foods, because it's
Mm-hmm.
not naturally meant for you to to eat because it has all these chemicals and things like that to process it. So your body works overtime to break down those processed foods. Like I noticed for me, like let's say I eat a bag of chips,
Mm-hmm.
like I would feel tired because I could literally feel my stomach like working hard to break it down. I don't know, it's weird. But like if I eat chips like full like a flavored chip versus like a kettle like plain Lay's chip or something like that,
Right.
it's like a difference. Like I could feel it more when I have like a let's say a spicy Doritos versus like popcorn or like Lay's. Like my
Mm-hmm.
body literally like I could feel it processing and trying to break all that stuff down.
Mm.
So
Wow.
yeah, watching what you eat is important.
That's very important. Wow, but that's incredible though that you was able to make that transition. Because
Mm.
I remember you telling me about it. Then, yo, when I was talking to you, I think it was 2 years ago. I was like, Afia, do you still eat, the way you used to eat, bring your food to work and stuff. He was like, nah, I haven't ate meat. Like, yeah, I think when that time you said I haven't ate meat in like a year or so. I think that's like 3 years ago, right? Yeah.
Maybe
I mean,
it was probably 2 years ago. Yeah, it
two
was like
years.
yeah.
Yeah. Because time flies. It probably was about 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And because I bring it to your attention, I was like, yeah, do you still eat certain things? Because I was thinking about like changing my diet a little bit. Then you was like, no, Franz, I'm a vegetarian. I was like, what? I was just stunned, and I was like, you know what? I definitely need to make some changes because I was already like cutting certain things out. So I'm not a vegetarian, but like the similar to how Afia started off by cutting certain things. That's what I did. Like 2 years ago, I started cutting certain things out of my diet, like um, red meat, like beef. I stopped eating beef, like all the burgers, like stop eating those things. Chicken. I haven't ate chicken in 2 years. I cut chicken off too because it was this whole thing. Like it's every time I watch the news, it's something different with the steroid and all that stuff. I'm like, you know what? Let me just take a break. But in the beginning, I was just saying that I was gonna take a like maybe 3 months off. Like oh, let me just take 3 months off eating chicken, beef, pork, and the only thing that I said I was gonna eat that's meat is turkey, which I still do. I still eat turkey here and there, but the main things that I mostly eat now is like seafood, like shrimp, crabs, salmon, and fish, stuff like that. And I eat turkey here and there as well. So I definitely made a commitment, and then just decided to make a change for myself because I wanted to also see how I feel, how my energy is after I stopped eating those things for, like say 2 months, 3 months. And I realized that I started feeling better, I had more energy. It just felt different. I just started feeling healthier. Started feeling real healthy. So I'm like, I should continue. Then eventually, I'll probably just cut out meat. Period. Just even if it's not forever. I always said that I was gonna like cut out chicken, um, beef and pork maybe until I go to the Caribbean before, but now it's just I don't know, man. It's like once you cut those thing out, it's just such you just feel so much better, and it's like your mind doesn't want to allow you to go back to eating those things anymore. It's like because me, this is how I am. Once I make a decision like once I make up once I make up my mind not to do something. If I say I'm not gonna touch this pen right here, like it's so hard for me to do it. Even if I reach halfway, I'm like, oh, no, I'm not supposed to do that. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just the same thing with those things that I decided to decrease from my diet. And that's just how it is. It's just about making a decision and just sticking to it. And then it's it's for your own health as well, you know, and it's definitely been beneficial to me, you know. It's just that those same things that you've been getting from those meat, you can get it from other source of things that you can eat. You know, there's a lot of other stuff that you can source of protein. There's a lot of other things that you can eat that will give you the same amount of protein that you was getting from those meat. Because you don't only get protein from meat. To be honest with you, your body don't really need it. I'm not like trying to push it on anybody to say you to stop eating meat, but if you are eating it, you know, just try to mix things up. Just be careful of what kind of meat you eating. You know, as I get to the training a little later, I would, you know, dive into a couple of the things as far as meat that's actually dangerous for you and why it is dangerous to your body and what it can cause to your body and stuff like that. Yeah, Fia.
Yeah, so it was interesting when you said you were gonna do it for 3 months. So um it actually takes the body 30 days to kick a habit.
Yep.
Upwards 27, but like more like 30 days. So I remember when like I went on like a little fake weight loss journey. I
Mm-hmm.
went a whole month, no sugar. Like
Mm.
I did not think I could do that. Everybody knows that I bake. Like I have a serious sweet tooth. I went a whole month, no sugar. And at the end of the month, like I really did not even want anything sweet. Like I had to force myself to go back into like eating sugar
Mm-hmm.
because like it would just be too sweet. Like I just didn't want it anymore. Like you really, once you train your mind to do something, it really, you know, really really follows through.
Yes, absolutely.
So it really all is about your mindset. So in reference to like health,
Mm-hmm.
one of the few things that I feel like we kind of don't focus on as much is the importance of gut health.
Right.
So it's important because when you eat food from like whatever you eat, it's broken down and it goes into your bloodstream, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's important to really watch what you eat because that contributes to your mood, your health, your sleep, your digestive system, anything that goes through your gut. If you don't have good gut health, it can affect your body in like many different ways. So, signs of really like if you have good gut health is when you have healthy bacteria, immune systems to ward off like infectious agents, like you're not really getting sick a lot and getting any viruses and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Having a good health is gut is important because it sends messages to the brains like nerves and hormones and things like that. And when I researched that, I found that so like interesting because it's like, let's say I eat an apple, depending on how my gut health is,
Mm-hmm.
whatever signals it will send to my brain can either be happy, affect my mood, it can affect my sleep, and things like that.
Right.
So things that go through your gut really, sends messages to your brain.
Right.
So I was like, wow, I was blown away by that. Some signs if you have like bad gut health, you'll be, consistently bloating, constipation, pain, nausea, vomiting, a bloody stool. And if, you see any things like that, that doesn't necessarily mean something's wrong, but you should definitely like seek a professional if the like systems prolong.
Right.
So, um, as it affects like your health, a couple of good foods that are good for your health. Whole grains.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for me, I know I try not to eat like white sugar, white bread, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I eat a lot of like brown sugar, whole grain bread, because the more you bleach it, the more white it is, the less like grains and nutrients it has. Right.
Right.
Eating fresh fruits and vegetables, yogurt, not too much to but a little bit of probiotic to help balance the biotics that's already there in your stomach. Nuts. Avoid diet drinks like artificial sweeteners and sugar-free things like that. It's not good for you. And
Mm-hmm.
water, the most natural, purest way to be healthy is drinking water throughout the day, to not only help your gut but to remove any excess toxins and things like that. So let's say I'm having like a day where I know I'm gonna snack.
Right.
I fill like my water bottle with like lemon, cucumber, things like that to infuse the water, because infused water really help release toxins in the body. It helps detox you throughout the day. So that's something that, if you feel like, okay, I'm gonna eat a lot of cake, I'm going out, just like try to detox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, foods to avoid. It's a hard one for me. Alcohol. um, alcohol. It's not good. It definitely wears on the stomach lining if you excessively drink.
Right.
Um, for those coffee lovers, caffeine. I mean, there's caffeine in tea as well, but of course, there's more potency in coffee. Um, fatty foods. Another one that is hard for me is like charred meats, like barbecue. You know what I mean? Like, even
Mm-hmm.
though I don't eat meat, there's still like jerk salmon and stuff like that. Um, my mom always jokes like I like burnt food, but I'm like, no, it's Cajun. I like Cajun, okay? So those things can cause like cancer in the stomach and colon cancer. So, try not to eat too many barbecued and charred meats. And fried foods, of course, all those trans fats and things like that is hard for your body to break down over
Mm-hmm.
time. Things that's like good for your overall health is getting good sleep, you know, regular exercise to reduce stress, maintain healthy weight, and again, your gut health, because it all goes back to your stomach. When you eat, it goes to your stomach, it breaks down, it goes into the bloodstream. You just want to be cognizant of the things that you're eating, because let's say you're always angry or you're always tired or anything like that, it could most likely be the things that you're eating.
Right.
So, just be careful about things like that.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that was. I learned a lot from just what you said right now. Because you really don't think about those things. You just constantly putting those stuff into your body, but you don't think twice
Mm-hmm.
doing it. It's if you're not educated in those things, sometimes you don't think about it. You grow up eating a lot of those things. It's normal to us, but like you said, we have to educate ourselves on things like that, especially the stuff that you put in your body.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Wow.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not like a health nut. I am not. Like,
Yeah.
I just finished eating some Doritos. Like, just. But instead of me, as before, I would like kill a whole bag.
Hey, what's up? What's up? If you want to hear more on this podcast episode and other recorded episodes, head over to the App Store and subscribe to Progress Mindset. That's Progress Mindset Podcast on all podcast platforms. You don't want to miss out. See you there. It's a good girl, turn me on.